Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is November 12th, 9:39 a.m. here in Arizona. It's the year 2019. So, what is Bitcoin doing today? Well, I think we could summarize it as slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's from a jiu-jitsu master. Also, that term has been attributed to, I think, Doc Holliday. So, who knows who exactly said it, but still, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So, let's start with the S&P 500. It's a green day, although the MACD is starting to close on the histogram, but the MACD is still above the signal. So, definite upward trend on the SPX, on the S&P 500. The Russell 2000, the RUT, it has a MACD looking about the same. The histogram is closing, but we're still positive. And we have a green candle today, and definitely we've been following a strong uptrend. Red day on the market, but maybe about a 50-50 red and blue, red and green day. BTC's at 8,711 right now, down 0.1%. ETH is 184, down 0.1% or 0.2 almost, you might say. EOS is showing up today, plus 3%. BNB plus 1%. TRX is 0.25%. That's not looking too bad. And NEO, up 10%. So some alts are definitely pumping. And for anybody who was a NEO back when it was $100 plus, well, about time you start paying back that dump. So let's look at since TRX is at a 2.5%. Let's just take a look at that. This green line here is a 200 moving average. This is a 45-minute chart. I look at this for immediate price action, and we made a nice balance on the 200 moving average, and volume is coming in, so maybe TRX is a good coin today. Not financial advice, of course, entertainment purposes as always. See the disclaimer in the video description. Now, Bitcoin is at 1.6 billion today. Tether into Bitcoin, that is. So that's down from yesterday, which I think was about 1.8 billion. Ethereum, 596 million. So not a tremendous amount of tether into Bitcoin today. Bitcoin market cap is 157 billion. Our real volume for the last 24 hours is 244 million. Well, 300 million is mediocre, so we are beyond mediocre. Not a great volume day for Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin dominance, as we can see, it's been on a downtrend, good number of days, and today we're at a red candle also, and it's at 65% dominance. Altcoin market cap is at 72 billion, and it's been sideways for quite a while. Shorts versus longs. Summarizing Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance, we have longs at 63%, shorts at 36%. Bitfinex and BitMEX have more longs than shorts. Binance, as usual, seems to have twice as many shorts as long. Still wondering why that is. But overall, it looks like shorts versus longs. The longs are the winner today. Now, Bitcoin on the weekly. I wanted to take a look at this because on the weekly, we are green Super Guppy EMAs, as we can see. That's linked to in the show notes. Or just search Super Guppy in TradingView and you'll find the indicator. Green EMA is positive, red negative. Let's look at the weekly here, the weekly MACD. So our histogram is beginning to close towards the positive. That's good. MACD is still below the red signal. And what we really need to see is this histogram start to close, which it is closing. It's moving towards the positive side of things. But we really need to see the blue line, the MACD, actually moving on an uptrend. As soon as we can get a curve upwards, I think we'll see a more positive Bitcoin market. When the weekly MACD is negative, it's just kind of hard for the daily to be positive. So a negative MACD in the weekly or a positive MACD in the weekly seems to have a magnetic effect on Bitcoin, I have noticed. Now, on the daily chart, looking at the daily MACD, sorry, this is so crazy big. All right, there we go. Daily MACD is negative. MACD is below the red signal. The blue MACD line is below the red signal line, and our histogram is growing wider. So we're negative and getting more negative on the daily MACD. Something I wanted to point out that I find kind of interesting, and is, always many ways to see things, but looking at the daily, if you notice, this kind of looks like a bull flag, doesn't it? Ignore these guys here for a sec. I'll go into that in a different video. But basically, you have a nice little flagpole here if this is a bear flag, and look at that beautiful downwards channel. And I'm looking at that from here. Okay, a bullish flag in general, you're going up, flagpole, you have a channel down, then you break positive. That's the possibility. And of course, some would say, so here's your bullish flag, and then here's another. Some people would say this is a bullish pennant or a bullish flag, where you can have kind of a triangle pattern too. But regardless, it does look like we have a possible bullish flag here, a bull flag. So we shall see. That would be a massive one on the daily. It certainly would be. And if you look at the percent this flagpole moved up, you pin it to here. Some believe that actually is an accurate measurement of which next pump's going to be. That could be 20K. So let's just see. We are below the 200 moving average on the daily. So in general, the magnet is, to me, pulling, the big magnets, the weekly and the daily, are pulling Bitcoin down. All right, 4-hour chart, the BPVR here on the right is buy sell volume. And so really looking at, going back to about March, if I look at the chart, you got great support and resistance in the chart at 10,200, great support and resistance in the chart at 8,000, and the VPR matches both those as definite points of a prominence in buy and sell volume. And we're kind of, if you look for the last couple of days, we've just been bouncing between those two, either riding the 10 or riding the 8, or we're between. So I figure as long as we're in the middle there, above 8, we're good. If we bust above 10,200, great. We'll see what's going to happen. The drag is if we do break below 8,000, if you look at the VPVR, there's not really much volume to catch it until you get to like 5K or so. Anyway, not saying that's going to happen, but I think we're bouncing between 10,200 and 8,000, or 10,000 and 8,000. Some say it's more like 10,000 and like 7,700. Regardless, we are in kind of a sideways channel. We're definitely sideways. This is not really exciting, but when Bitcoin is steadily moving sideways like this, within kind of a predictable channel, that's when you can catch some great alt pumps. More about that later. Like possibly, maybe TRX is making a move, a bounce off that 200 moving average. Something to watch. Now, Bitcoin on the 2-hour chart. Now, something I noticed here on the 2-hour chart is we are below, of course, the 200 moving average, the white moving average there. The super guppy EMAs are red, and look at this shape that we're in. I see that as a symmetrical wedge pattern. It doesn't necessarily denote which way you're going to go. It just means that you have started, you've created this wedge pattern, and there's an end where you're going to have a break. So, looking at this, we've got till about November 15th, about mid-month before this breaks. Of course, things could change. You could pump higher and then lower than this and rearrange things. But at the moment, looks like we really need to have a break, up or down, of Bitcoin by the middle of November, by the middle of this month. November tends to be a profitable month historically, so let's see what happens. These are the patterns that we looked at. Now, being normal is boring. Being a normal trader is boring. Would you like to get into trading, or would you like to be a better trader? Check out the affiliate link in the description. It's a nice discount to get into blockchain education. The blockchain education methodology for trading, you can just sit back and chill, and you can learn the blockchain education methodology. Jonathan Regan does those videos, and he's a great trader, and he's there in 24-hour, well, he's not there 24/7, but he's often in the 24/7 chat that we have there. Always expert traders you can compare charts with. You can go from 0 to 60 very fast, even with zero experience as a trader, and you'll be amazed at how much you learn and how quickly you do it. So check out the affiliate link. There's an infomercial there. Watch and join. I'm Cowboy Craig in the chat. I hope to see you there. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and also comment, even if you're just saying hi. Anyway, take care. Hopefully, things will not be so dreadfully normal and boring tomorrow. But hey, we're going sideways. That makes for great alt pumps to get in on. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Bitcoin is working on something slowly and smoothly. Let's see if that change, the outcome here is going to be fast.